Hello everyone. So this week I thought I'd tie for you guys a Perdigon. I'm going to tie an olive Perdigon. Perdigon is the Spanish nymph, and it's been a really popular competition fly over the last 5 years. But it's just an all-round great fly when you want to get a small fly deep. So I'm going to tie in the tail here, and that's going to be tied out of Coq de Leon. Doesn't really matter what you actually tie the tail with, but because Coq de Leon is the Spanish rooster, I'm going to tie it out of that, and it's what is traditional. But look, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to tie this one out of, it's going to be a metallic olive Perdigon, this one, very plain one. And I've got it on a size 16 hook. So, tied my tail in there. I want to keep this fly super slim, so you've noticed I'm not tying back yet. So I'm going to tie, I'm using like an olive holographic here for the body. And I'm going to lay that along here. You'll see the whole point of this fly, if I can get that down, the whole point of this fly is to have a really slim, sleek fly, because you are tying this fly on because you want to get a small, slim fly deep, a light fly deep. Now I'm not going to tie it all the way back. You don't always need to tie the full way down the shank of a hook. You can tie a very small fly on a big hook if you like. So that's what I'm going to do here. And as I said, I just want to have as few wraps as possible through the body there, because I want this to be slim. Now I'm just going to wind my body material forwards here. So like I said before, size 16 hook, 3mm copper bead. I'm not going to tie a hot spot, even though you could. You could easily do an olive hot spot on this one, an orange hot spot on this one if you wanted, but I'm going to keep it super plain. It's nice, you want that bead to just sit up like that for you there. I'm going to snip off that, and just going to make sure that sits down. I'm just going to do a half hitch there to hold that all in place. And I'll probably put a dab of super glue on there as well, just to hold that in place, because I'm going to get my UV resin ready to coat the body of this fly. Now look, if you are a really simple fly tie, there's no reason why you can't just leave it like that and fish it like that, but I am going to coat it in some UV cure and then harden that off with a torch after it. So now when you are putting a UV resin on a fly, you can use a brush, and better fly tiers than me would do this a lot better, but I really just add it with this, and I just used the rotary vise and my fingers just to roll it around and make sure I get a nice gentle, like a nice even coating. And I've put a bit too much on there, so I'm just going to use my finger to kind of just dab it off. And as I roll the vise around here, it's going to kind of layer and coat quite evenly, as you'll see. So as I'm rolling that around, that's actually doing it for me. And then I'm just going to hit it with the torch, and again, just roll this around. I should have said, just looking at my tail, shouldn't call them a purist, but look, traditionally you would tie this fly with only 3 fibers of Coq de Leon. I don't really mind, I just put in enough there. You could really catch fish with the bead in the body without the tail, so it doesn't really matter. I'm all about simple, effective, and fast flies to tie. And that looks pretty good to me. So there you see, super simple fly. It's a size 16 olive, metallic olive Perdigon. If you love your copper johns, if you loved an olive copper john growing up like I did, very good fly, very similar, just a modern take on it. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.